When you are using Cline, Cline can often be limited by the model that you choose in the settings. MCP servers are a great way to provide these models with additional context that improves how Cline can help you generate code. Here are the 5 main use cases of MCP servers in Cline that inherently extends your LLM's capabilities. We have search, documentation, browser control, web scraping, and reasoning. While to some extent, commercial models like Claude 4, Gemini 2.5, and GPT 4.1 can do some of these tasks to some degree, using an MCP server is a great way to extend the model's capabilities in Cline. And these are the popular MCP servers that are used by many developers. For research, we have Perplexity; for documentation, Context 7; for browser control, Puppeteer; for web scraping, Firecrawl; and for reasoning, Sequential thinking. Let's look at how each of these MCP servers can bring your coding experience to the next level. Starting with Perplexity. LLMs generally can't find information beyond the training data that was used prior to the release. To go beyond this, LLMs will need to have up-to-date information from the internet, and Perplexity enables just that. Perplexity is a great way to help the LLM search the entire web for gathering relevant data for the task that you provided. When Cline is equipped with Perplexity, it is given the option to use Perplexity's search results inside the context, which will help drive better results in Cline. Moving on to documentation. Context 7 is a popular MCP server for documentation. Most commercial models that we use in Cline, they tend to be a few months behind in their knowledge cutoff. This can be a challenge, especially when you're using newer libraries. Think about all the dependencies that you have in your project that often get updated in their API documentation. Instead of waiting for the LLM providers to train the LLMs with newer documentation, you can use Context 7 to get up-to-date information instead. Next, we have Puppeteer for browser control. Browser automation is an important part of your software development lifecycle, and Puppeteer MCP is a tool that can help automate testing and site navigation. When you enable Puppeteer in Cline, you can ask Cline to navigate even your own web application and take screenshots or update specific portions and even click around for specific part in the website. Other use cases include scraping contents, automating UI tests, and just interacting with your site. Essentially, you're giving Cline the ability to navigate a website in your browser in order to complete your task. Next is Firecrawl. Firecrawl MCP is a great way to assemble context straight into Cline. You can run massive web scraping on a given site and provide relevant details about that site. You can convert the entire website into a markdown file and provide relevant data directly to Cline. And this is how so many people are able to make a clone of an existing website in a matter of minutes. They can use MCPs like Firecrawl to scrape the entire site and ask the coding agents to replicate them. Other use cases for Firecrawl MCP is grabbing documentation from a site as a batch, or even generic web scraping that can be useful for research purposes. Our final MCP server is Sequential thinking. Sequential thinking is an MCP that helps Cline to reason through the tasks that you gave before implementing them. While using sequential thinking for all tasks can be an overkill in Cline, using this MCP for breaking down a complex problem into smaller ones can result in a drastic improvement in outcome. The landscape of MCP is evolving fast, and leveraging them in Cline is a great way to make your coding experience more efficient and effective.